Merry Christmas, meat bags. We'll be gaming in just a moment. Just getting my last of my technology working right. Oh my god, nothing's working. There's supposed to be a chat over here. It's not working. There's supposed to be. Nothing works. Nothing works. Christmas broke Twitch. Christmas broke Twitch. There's supposed to be a chat room right here. Well, if we can't see the chat, we might as well go here. Screw it. Hello! Hallo, 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 ihr Lieben! Und willkommen auf den PoorDeadMan Show. Ich bin PoorDeadMan und wir spielen today Project Zomboid. And oh my lovelies, how I have missed you so. This chat works. Did you miss me? Well, I know you did. I know you didn't. Of course you missed me. Today we're going to have a great time because murder is on the menu and Project Zomboid is the name of the game. But before we get ahead of ourselves, guys, timeliness is godliness, and you showed up right on time, which means it is up to me to welcome you. And I begin, as always, with my trusted lieutenants. If any of them are here, let's see. I see one! Trundle1733, welcome back to the show, and good to have you here and amongst us, Mr. Trundle. And Mr. Crowbar! Two misters. Did you know you can now make super mods? Wow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Crowbar, thank you. Would you like the new or the old thank you? Merry Crunkle. Bro, it is Merry Christmas. It is Merry Christmas. It is Marty Christman. They get a hammer instead of a sword. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Can I give it to myself? Can I make myself the super mod? Well, guys, I hope that you had a good day. I hope that Christmas was good for you. Of course, for me, it's the day after Christmas. Thank you very much for that resub, Mr. Crowbar, with the 29 months. It says 29 here. Is it really 29 or is it more? It's 29 months. You've been supporting me. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for keeping the dream alive, and I hope that the new sub song made you laugh. God, I hate it. Perfect. If it's a little bit cringe, we're in the right direction, I think. Well, guys, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Of course, if you're in the States like I used to be, it's Christmas right now for you. I hope you're enjoying your Christmas. Yes, we had a lot of Christmas fun. Let's see, what did we start with? I started at 4 a.m. I woke up the boy, and I said, hey, it's time for Christmas. Santa just arrived. He just left. You have to wake up. And the boy woke up, and he took one look at me, and then he crawled over and went back to sleep. So then I picked him up, and I brought him out, and we showed him all the gifts under the tree. And, he was very excited. He opened all his gifts. He opened all of the gifts for his little sister and gave her the items. And then Pinky opened her gifts from me, which was... basically, I got her like a big bag of everything self-care possible. Like perfumes and lip balms and face masks and hair scrunchies and just every single thing that could potentially be comfortable for her. I bought her a new nightgown. I got her some nice new... Crowbar with the gift subs. Thank you, baby. Hello. Bonzi got one. Yes. And Coyote, who's new here. Welcome, both of you. Welcome. Good gifting on Christmas. Thank you very much. Thanks, meat bags. Nothing else works. I have to trigger everything manually. Welcome. You did this so you can hear the old song. Fine. Holy cow. First coming in here with his own sub, then he gifts 5 from Crowbar, then 5 more from the Karingar. What's up, Karingar? Good to see you, man. Hello. There's a question in the YouTube chat. Evanet wants to know, did you have a tasty Christmas dinner? Yo, Evanet, I had, what did I eat for dinner? I think chicken and rice. I think a little bit of chicken and rice. Is nothing working? Is StreamerBot completely borked? Hold on, let me restart StreamerBot because he's acting like things aren't working. People are trying to trigger alerts and it's not functioning. Let me restart StreamerBot. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. So yeah, Evanet, I've been trying to get more skeletal. So I've been on the Ozembies, bro. And with the bats, look, nothing works. Nothing whatsoever works. This is so crazy. Did Twitch break my StreamerBot somehow? What on earth is going on where nothing is triggering today? This is like one of the only things I can't test before we go live. Oh, look, now he's welcoming people. So he's starting to work. Yo! Rainbow Danger! Appreciate that, man. Welcome to the Cult of the Dead. Hello. Ha! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to all of our new Disciples of the Dead. Learn the credo, drink the Kool-Aid, sit back, relax, kick up your feet, and enjoy the show, because murder is on the menu today. Welcome. Yo, DK Foxen, welcome back. Too much eggnog. Dude, he's lost it. The bot, maybe the bot is finally working. He seems to be working now. He's greeting everybody. Yo, with the bats! He's not working fully because we didn't see bats across the screen. Oh, now some things are starting to work. Guys, I don't know what's happening. I have no idea. This is supposed to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Why is it breaking? Right as we go live. This is crazy. This is crazy. Thank you, though. I'm going to restart StreamerBot one more time. Nothing is ever easy. Bro, I came in today, and I couldn't even get on the internet on any of these devices. Like, my whole studio was borked. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, not everything is triggering right now, but StreamerBot's restarting again, so hopefully he'll fix that. Hopefully he'll fix that. The question in the chat is, what is the plan today for PZ? Well, we're going to be playing on our multiplayer server, which you're welcome to join us. And I play my European doctor there, but maybe I'll change his accent today. So anyway, yeah, I didn't eat a lot on Christmas. For Christmas breakfast, I had rum. And then I had a cookie that I made, and then I had some chicken and rice that Pinky made me. And so that was about it. That was about it. I didn't eat very much. No, it was just normal rum. No rum chata, that would make me vomit. It was actually a rum and coke on the beach. A rum and coke on the beach as I watched. So, you know, for those of you who don't know, I live abroad. It's true. I moved abroad a couple of years ago, and I live in the Philippines on the beautiful island of Bohol. So it's always sunny here, and it's always nice and warm and wonderful. What the hell? It's still not triggering the bats. That's so crazy. So it's not Stream Elements, is it Stream Labs? That's what it is. Try in the big screen. It should work here. It should work here. I had an issue this morning where I couldn't connect to the internet, and so everything was barking at me. All of my technology that I have to make the interaction on the show so fun was barking at me. And so I think that's what's going on, is some of those accounts got disconnected or something, maybe, for Christmas purposes. So don't redeem anything yet if you're trying to make things happen on the screen, because it's not working. I don't want you to waste your points. Let's see here. But it's supposed to work. See, that works. Some stuff works. Everything local works. But anything that I'm like using a third party to boost or whatever, seems to not be working. I don't know why that is. I'm going to restart StreamerBot one more time. Did not receive authorization. Let's try again. Here we go. All right, now it says it's logged in successfully. Okay, so maybe now you can trigger the bats. I'm not sure what the hell was going on there. Crazy. All right. Okay, Kanye. Okay, Kanye. Well, so yeah, so Christmas was good for me. I basically had rum and chilled out and watched kids open presents and everything, and that was really nice. To see, you know, it's the first Christmas that the little guy is going to remember, so I wanted it to be big for him. And I discovered that here in the Philippines, it is not typical. Many families don't exchange gifts on Christmas. And what's more is they definitely don't have multiple gifts under the tree. And I didn't know that until, oh, so dramatic. Welcome, Kenix. I didn't know that until I, started to celebrate Christmas. So we had, a big Christmas. I sent like a photo of it to some of my friends. And they're like, holy cow, that's a lot of presents under the tree. And I was like, it's the American way, baby. It's the American way. But I also gave a gift to you for Christmas. I'm not sure if you were aware of it. Maybe you missed it. But I like to make machinima. I like to make... That was some of my favorite content, forever and all time, is movies that are made in video games. And on my YouTube channel, we previously made... Well, I've made a lot of Zomboid content, but we previously made an entire movie called The Mall of Project Zomboid. It was season 1 of our Dead Die Here stuff. You guys seem to really love that, and that brings me a lot of joy that you loved that. And so The Mall, we released it in an episode fashion, and then we made it into a movie, a 6-hour-long movie. Well, the first episode of season 2 just came out. Of course, season 2 is The Cult. Okay, and we put a lot of effort into this. I mean, we put a lot of effort into the first one, but we did have like a third-party editor who was working with us and everything. Now this is all done in-house. Pinky did all the edits for this. Don't look at the ad, don't look at the ad, don't look at the ad. Do not look. So originally this was just released to our members on YouTube, but for Christmas I decided I would release it to everybody so you didn't have to wait. And probably one of my favorite parts about it is that opening monologue from KZ. KZ was the voice actor for this opening monologue.
You may hang up or
and
one for more options.
It was great.
I
think he captured it really well. And Pinky and I were talking about this monologue, and I said, I think that when I wrote it, the reason why I wrote it was because I thought it would give you a lot of insight into Nathan's character. The character that I play throughout this season. I thought, this gives you a lot of insight into him without him having to say a word. He's got this estranged brother. His brother clearly still cares about him. In fact, his brother is even going to risk coming into the Nox exclusion zone to try to find Nathan. Nathan ignores the voicemail basically and continues his relationship with the cult leader, Maynard. Now, if you're very astute and you've watched season 1, you know that season 1 also opened with a monologue. But in season 1, the monologue was me. It was Rex. Don't look at the ad. Don't look at the ad. Don't look at the ad. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look at the ad. But if you... Season 1 also opened with a... Season 1 honey butter, dude. Season 1 also opened with a monologue. Now, the monologue in season 1 was me, not KZ. And it was my character. So I'm thinking this is going to be like a thing, maybe, about how I do the season openers. Have a monologue that is related in some way to the character. Yo, what's up, Galahad? Good to see you, baby boy.
Funny how life has a way of dragging you back to the scene of the crime. Even if it is a different kind of crime this time around. Ain't every day a man gets pulled from behind bars, only to find himself sitting in the back of a cop car headed to, of all places, a shopping mall.
Love it, love it, love it. So if you like Project Zomboid content, it's pretty much all I make these days. I do make other stuff. I get into other stuff. I even have a Project Zomboid album that you can listen to called B42. I was inspired by B42 when it released, and so I made an entire album that was inspired by the music of Zomboid. I wanted something else to listen to during the live shows as well, was part of it. And I wanted to have a background for my own content that I knew I had made that music. So if you're enjoying Zomboid, if you enjoy my content, definitely check out our YouTube channel. We've got 2 videos out for you right now that just came out. That's my B42 tutorial that I've been working on. And also episode 1 of season 2. So I think you guys are going to love the stuff that we got coming down the pipe. The thing you should expect next is another episode of my tutorial. So my B42 tutorial, my training day for B42 started with just 1 day. And the second episode is going to have 2 days, and then the third episode will have 3 days, and further and further, I'm going to teach you how to survive. Okay? Now, the chat's talking about Season 3. Season 3. Season 3 of The Dead Die Here. For those of you who don't know, Season 3 is the mall. The mall. Season 3 is the hospital, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Season 3 is going to be the hospital. It's going to be a lot of fun. You still have a time to sign up if you're interested. I only review the applications on the weekend. We need to approve you as a player first. Basically, make sure that you're somebody that I want to hang with. And then we'll give you a character generation form. And the character generation form is actually simpler than you think. I know a lot of people get stuck on it and stuff. There's only a couple areas at the beginning that are mandatory. The rest of it is all optional. So, put as much effort into it as you'd like, of course. But what we're really looking for are those mandatory things. The optional stuff is just meant to get you thinking about your character in the right way. The optional stuff is just meant to get you, especially if you're new to role playing, it's meant to get you thinking. The mandatory stuff, well, as it says, it's mandatory. I have to have that stuff from you in order for the season to be good. So there are a few mandatory questions in there. I am playing the beloved Theodore Masters, the local celebrity, aka Cornbread. He's a local celebrity rapper in Louisville, and he was shot in the tummy tums just before the events of Season 3. The seasons are not connected, by the way, at least not officially. This is an anthology series, which means each season is a new cast of characters, potentially new people playing that cast, and a brand new storyline. And that's important, okay? We don't really want a bunch of references to previous seasons. Sometimes we drop some in there as Easter eggs, but beyond that, we really just want it to be, each season to be focused on its theme. The theme of Season 3, of course, is the hospital, Louisville Central Hospital, the big one, baby. We finally have a mod that lets us speak on the Z levels, so I'll be uploading that and getting that ready for us. We had one, but it got taken down, and so now we have a new one. So we'll be doing that, and if you're interested, please come join us. Come join us. We got a lot of good faces that are going to be there, but you are running out of time to submit your stuff. We only have 3 weeks left, and I'm probably not going to approve anybody on the final week. I'm going to be entirely focused on setting everything up for the server, doing my live shows, yada yada. So really, you have 2 weeks to submit your stuff. Yeah. So, and if you want to learn more about what drives me and my philosophies around roleplay and how I approach roleplay and basically how I expect you to approach roleplay, this stuff is what's going to outline that. This is the actual lore of the game, the campaign wiki. And then we also have, this one is quite wordy, but it's like the role-playing manifesto that I live by. There's quite a bit to this. You don't have to read all that if you don't want to, but if you enjoy reading, I think you'll like it. Here's some guides we wrote on how to play with us and the character creation guidelines. This is the whole process of creating a character right here. These are the mandatory steps. There's only 7 of them. And most of this is like fill out stuff that you already have for Zomboid, right? Like, what's your character's profession going to be? What are their traits? Stuff like, we need to know their name and everything. And then all of this down here is optional, all these additional steps. So, yeah, everything you need is really on the wiki. And I appreciate everybody who has clicked on the fan button on here. Makes my heart warm. So you can expect a lot of good Project Zomboid content to be coming from us, even more in the future. We've got so much stuff that I want to make for you. So many more machinima, so many more funny moments, all of it. And I think you guys are gonna love it, and I hope that you do. But today, ladies and gentlemen, is not Dead Die Here. Today is nothing other than playing with you on our Project Zomboid server. We have a server, and you can play with us. It has been set up by Survive with KZ. KZ Brick and Trundle maintain it. KZ is our event coordinator for this. He's taking the lead. And what he has come up with is a bunker survival scenario in an extreme winter. So it's very cold in March Ridge. We're living in the bunker underground in March Ridge. And can we survive it? And if so, for how long? Okay? And I play a European doctor character. And Frosty was like my character's brother, but I think he died. Let's see, did this? Yeah, okay. I think he died. Good old Frosty Bosty. I saw him die right at the end of our last collab. I was like, oh no. Oh no, my boy, what have they done to my boy? When you fill out the forms, make sure you keep your email starred. Yes. Yo, Squiddy, welcome, baby girl. Hello. I'm straight up losing my voice IRL, so I won't be able to play, but hopefully soon. Squiddy, you can't catch a break. Squiddy's getting one thing after another. First the tailbone, then the flu. Now her voice is gone. Somebody do something quickly. Well, I also have some good news. Finally, thanks to the Ozembies and a lot of hard work, I am able to fit into a bunch of my old clothes, which means I'm going to look great for this wedding. It's not reflected on my schedule. Oopsie poopsie. Sorry about that. But I will not be live on one of the days next week that I said I would be. I'm going to show it to you here on the schedule. Here's the schedule channel of our Discord. You can always find my updated schedule stuff here. If you want to collab with me and you're a creator, I've made an entire document. It's just one page actually, but it'll guide you through the process of requesting a collab with me for 2026, which I'm super excited to enter. Now, if you know me, you know that every year I try to change up all my stuff, so my avatars, my look, my all the graphics that we use and stuff like that. We try to keep things fresh. This is this week, and this is my final show of the week. Look at this beautiful beard. Look at it. And then this is next week. And this Sunday stream here, I will not be here for. Because I have a friend who has come here to the island to marry this beautiful island woman that is a friend of Pinky's. And I'm going to be his best man at the wedding. So I will not be here for this day whatsoever at all. But I'll be back by the end of that day, which means that I should have no problem meeting my other obligations on the schedule. And I can't wait to celebrate New Year's with you. I don't know what we're going to do for New Year's. We got to do something fun, right? But yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. And then my schedules going forward look like this now. And you can expect a lot of Zomboid on the schedule in the future. You can expect a lot of Zomboid in the schedule on the future. I'm going to be playing Zomboid all the time now. So prepare yourselves for such a thing. I might dabble in other games on Twitch, potentially doing the live shows, but they kind of need to meet some criteria. Really, Zomboid is my niche at this point. I got to recognize that. So if I'm going to play other games, they need to be games that are trending majorly, okay? Like, here's an example for you. So this is just to give you an idea. I know a lot of people want to suggest games to me, and you're always welcome to suggest games to me. But I'm probably going to focus on games that have 30,000 concurrent viewers or more, unless it's Zomboid. So if there's a game you want to see me play and you come to Twitch and you see that it has 30,000 viewers or more, well, that's a good suggestion. I'll probably be willing to play that with you. Okay? But if it's a game that doesn't have your choices are Ark or Tarkov. No, that's not true at all. As you can see right here on the screen in front of you, the top, 11 games on Twitch right now all have 30,000 or more concurrent viewers. But I am willing to play Tarkov because Frosty's been asking me to play Tarkov forever. And this right here is only like what's current, by the way, in terms of the concurrent viewers. There's websites you can go to. I can't show you that website right now because my HDCP will trigger and we won't be able to do the show properly. But there's websites you can go to where you can look at the entire day, or sorry, the entire month, and you can see exactly what, right now has 30,000 or more. That's really my focus. I'm always willing to make exceptions to that in certain cases, but not really. I need to focus this year on that because, like I said, Zomboid is really the niche. I know Zomboid is what you guys all really love to watch, so it's the majority of what I will be playing. But there are other games that I'll be playing, and if you're a creator and you want to play a different game with me, just make sure you suggest a game that has at least 30,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch, because if I'm going to branch out, I want to branch out into stuff that's popular. Otherwise, I just want to play Zomboid, really. So, I hope you're okay with that. Yeah, Fortnite. Actually, you know what, Karangar? Years ago when Fortnite came out, before it was a battle royale and it was just the building stuff, it was gifted to me by Phytal, who used to be our Baron of Bones, and we played so much Fortnite together back then. But I fell out of it before it came back as a battle royale, and I haven't really touched it since. So, I haven't really touched it since. But I'd be willing to go back and try it. I do like looter shooters, and I do like shooters in general. In fact, some of my favorite games are shooters. I'm not sure if he's in the chat right now, Spanky Final, but I can remember a time when Spanky and I used to haul not just the Xbox, but also the TV through the trailer park to try and get a LAN party together to play Halo with everybody. Okay? You would literally haul your big TV. There was no flat screens then. It was a big-ass TV. So one of you had to be holding the big TV. One of you was holding the Xbox. One of you was holding all the controllers and peripherals. And then you would lug that over to somebody else's house. And you guys would all, plug all this stuff in, and you'd in the trailer park, and you'd play a giant Halo match. That was some of the most fun memories I have in gaming. So I really love first-person shooters. I'm not sure I'm as good at them now as I used to be, but oh, here we go. All right, so I'm still in my medical room. There's only one problem. There's only one problem. Hold on. LAN parties were the bomb, dude. LAN parties were the bomb. It was like gaming with your buddies, but in person, That was just, it's like you didn't need to touch grass. Well, you had to touch grass in order to haul that shit all the way over to the other side of the trailer park, which we absolutely did. The Knives Out films, I think I've seen the first one, but I don't think I've seen any of the others since then. You really like those? I like murder mysteries too. Piggy and I just started watching Pluribus. We just started watching that. We're still slowly getting through The Sopranos. We're still slowly getting through Sopranos. I've seen Sopranos twice, all the way through. But Pinky hasn't, so we're slowly getting through. I think we're on season 4 of The Sopranos. And Pluribus, we've only watched 2 episodes. or an episode and like 3/4. I got tired. All right. Wow, very European. My very European doctor. What do you guys think of him? Let's see, did anybody mess with... Oh no, my friend is still here. Can I pick him up now? No, I can't. He's been put down in such a way that he lives here forever now. He lives here forever. Until we move this thing, I think. Wow, very European. Can't you admin yourself and remove that body? I could, but I won't. Who's the dead guy? Oh, this guy? That's a great question. Who is this guy? Let's see here. Raul McManus. Raul McManus was his name. What a guy, right? I feel like maybe he got what he deserved, perhaps. I'm not sure. That's the body in your dreams. Oh my goodness. You can tell them about my dream, Pinky, but don't tell them about your dream. I don't want anybody to ever hear that. You told me about your dream and I didn't want to hear it. Straight up banned, bro. Alright, well. So the plan today, I want to get some more supplies. Is Ruger still alive? Ruger is somewhere. He's somewhere. I think he's still alive. I don't know who lived and died after I left last time. Why am I tense? Oh, am I infected? I wonder. Because I was harmed. I think it's a laceration. Yo, Brick! Hello, Brick. Hello, Marty Chrisman. So yeah, now that it's just me, I'm gonna go out here and maybe take this a little bit more seriously. I mean, I was looting and oh god. This room. Thigh guard. This is like body armor? Wow. A dead female rat. We'll just put her there. Battery, alcohol, rag. That can all go here. Yeah, I think this bag is just supposed to be emergency medical supplies. So, my satchel. I wish I could have like a first aid looking satchel. That would be cool. That would be awesome. 12:50 a.m. So loud. What's all this on the ground? Scrap electronics. Ah, for repairing it, of course. This is Kaito's car. We still don't have a, Alright, let's see here. Can we start this? At least there are trauma bags in the ambulance. Yeah, correct. I want basically, because you can wear satchels and bags together now, I want to have a trauma satchel, but a normal backpack, you know? And then I'll keep just my medicine in the trauma satchel, because I am the base's only doctor. And it's been working really well because people have been healing their injuries quite quickly. Remember when Pinky was driving and she couldn't figure out which way to go? Medical satchels are in the game. Hell yeah, dude. Then I gotta look for one. Are we allowed to join? Yes, please. Join us. You will spawn, or you should spawn at that bunker you just saw me leave, Coyote. Welcome to the show, buddy. Welcome to the show, Coyote. This is like light RP. You don't have to RP if you don't want to, but expect people to have like silly personalities. Let's see here. What do we got? I want to go all the way to Churchill Street in honor of Crowbar. Okay? Because that's who you remind me of, Crowbar. Winston Churchill. Just so you know. And this is your street. I'm sure of it. Anyone else? Ah, I see you in the snow there. The snow is so thick it's really hard to see. The West Maple Country Club. You store it, Moldraw. I'm gonna take that. This is already open. Have people already been looting these? No way somebody's looted this. They wouldn't have left chips on the table for me, right? Oh, a replacement crowbar. Not bad, not bad. But the question is this one an ego weapon? Like my existing crowbar. VHS tape of Dead Wrong, the Louisville International Airport. We'll take that. Photo cover of World Cities and an overdue bill. How funny would it be to give somebody that over... Is this a winter cold challenge? Yes, Evan. We're in the thick of winter. I don't know if it'll ever not be winter, actually. I never asked KZ that. So it might always be winter. But it's Christmas! Look! At the date! 12/25. It's Christmas! And a Happy New Year! I hear this rat outside. I'm gonna be a little bit more serious now that I'm not being poked and prodded by Frosty to be ridiculous, okay? Yeah, basically you heard that right. It's all Frosty's fault that I was behaving so poorly last time we played together, guys. It was all Frosty's fault. Okay, I would never behave that way on my own, as you know. Oh my god. There we go. We'll bring this extra knee pad. What's on this key ring? I have to know. Key to the house. Okay, I'm fine with that. The game date matches the real date. That is cool. I think it's just a matter of coincidence. I hear somebody in the house with me. I'm not alone. We got a hair iron, a rubber duck. Of course, I'm going to take all first aid equipment. I am a doctor, after all, a European doctor. Yeah, guys, check out your boy, Mr. Trundle Bundle. Trundle was the guy, just as a reminder, we did the B41 training day together. Oh, you're not dead. Sitting in here in her bra and her undies, bro. Her bra and her undies. Speaking of tweezers, while we were at the beach for Christmas, one of the boys that was with us, we had like some guests with us. One of the boys that was with us stepped on a sea urchin. But honestly, he behaved quite, I mean, he was, TS is not tough. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means, Frank, but welcome to the show. Good to see you. All right, let's mark this house so everyone knows. And then we'll go to the neighbors. This house looks like garbage. So one of the things that they added in B42, the longer the time goes on in-game, the more likely you are to encounter an event, which is an already looted house, like this. So it'll just be full of garbage, everything's like thrown about. Now, you can still find some loot in these, and sometimes you'll also find the hidden stashes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those in Zomboid, but it's like a certain floor tile that kind of looks funky. And it's essentially it's a hidden stash of BS. Yeah, so he stepped on that sea urchin, and we had to pull out, you know, the spines of the sea urchin, get in your foot. But yeah, the boy actually reacted fairly. He didn't cry. He kind of was stoic about it, even though you could tell that he was in pain. You know. I straight up asked him too. I was like, "Sakit," which means "Does it hurt?" And he just nodded silently. You know, so I was pretty impressed actually by the little dude. He couldn't have been too much older, maybe 11. Yeah, Pinky wants me and her to start a once a week like a PZ survival together. She wants to see if we can get to winter. She's been talking to me about that. Yeah, he was very brave. I was very impressed by that. But I mean, it was getting hot anyway. But once he caught the injury to the foot, you know, we knew that the Christmas fun was over at the beach. So at that point, we left. I like these for challenges. I think you got to be careful messing with the weather in the serious roleplay environment. because part of what makes the game so interesting is the unpredictability of the weather, you know? That's something you don't want to like undo narratively, I think, if you're going for like something more serious. Look, these houses are big looted, boys. Men's Health magazine. The cryo mod worked well for us. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Very nice. I stick to my original opinion, but I am glad that you guys had fun with it. A gun safe that's empty. Boo. Boo, bitch! Okay. Why did I hit space to jump? Oh. Oh. There's one right behind me here. How dark is it? Oh, it's too dark. Oh, you finally heard me, huh? Oh, gotta go. Let's get him out here. Let's fight him on the lawn. I highly advise you not to fight in enclosed spaces if you have no choice. Very nice. And what did you all have? You all had nothing on you? Kyle K. Beautiful. But you did have these wonderful tinfoil hats, which I will take back to the base as a medical supply. I like that the tinfoil hat made me weighed down. I have a feeling this house is going to be useless other than the tinfoil. What's up, Miss Salty? Hello, hello. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. I'm a day ahead of you, so Christmas has just passed for me. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. We went to the beach, and we swam. The United States, but I don't live in the U.S. anymore. I live abroad in the Philippines, where it is always a nice, sunny 80 to 90 degrees. Ah, yeah, yeah. Isn't it nice to live abroad? I would not trade it. It's one of my favorite things. One of the best decisions I've ever made, actually. To move and live abroad. I have not been to the UK yet. I generally can't wait to get out of the UK. Oh, I see. We have a totally different experience. But I haven't been to the UK. I feel like if I had gone to the UK, I'd spend all my time at tourist stuff like castles and shit because I love history so much. I would be just big nerding it up every day. There was a time when I thought my life was going to lead me in the direction of being still an entertainer, but in a different way. I was going to be a historical educator. And I was going to do stuff like Mike Loads, so like wearing full suits of armor and jumping off of horseback in order to show people like what was possible in the period, like the fighting techniques and everything. Because I've done a lot of schooling for medieval European history, so occasionally I meet people who know more than me, but not many. Not many. Is it even worth it bringing these seed packets? Like, what are we going to use this for? It's winter. Extreme winter. So it sounds like maybe you didn't go to the UK of your own desire. Are you there, like, maybe you have, like, a husband or something that's got a job there or something? I don't know. I'm guessing. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm not trying to be rude. Yeah. I get you. Yeah, if it's that kind of thing, then I could see. But for me, I had gone abroad. I'd been to Canada. I'd been to Mexico. I almost went to, oh, goodness. Now I can't remember the name of it. Not Venezuela. There was somewhere that I was ready and willing to go, but it didn't work out. And then I came to the Philippines, and I fell in love with this place, so I came back here like 4 times, 3-4 times. Before I decided, well, actually the first time I was here, I knew I wanted to live here. I was like, this is definitely the place for me. But it took a lot of planning, it took a lot of time to make that happen, and I had a family situation where I couldn't just leave the States at that juncture. My pops was very ill. Yo, what's up, Motzi? Hello. What's up, baby? You enjoyed that episode, huh? Season 2 is much different from Season 1, right? You can already see that the vibe is much different. Every season we get more serious, I think, about it. We take it more seriously. We put more serious effort into it. I think the downside of taking things seriously is it can exclude people who aren't new to or who are new to RP. But that's why we do like stuff like this where it's very light RP, you know, it's meant to just give people a chance to experiment and try it, you know? Reverend is giving you the heebie-jeebies, huh? Why? He's such a good guy. I personally am Team Reverend. The Reverend did nothing wrong. Trying to stay for another week, but to change the flight, the price is ridiculous. I'm hoping they go down before my actual flight. I'm in Shamokin at the moment. It's tiny, but so quiet. Yeah, I love quiet places. Miss Salty, I'm the same way. When I moved abroad, I told Pinky I did not ever want to live in or near the city again. I'm done with cities. I don't think humans are meant to be boxed in like that, on top of each other. Obviously, the city has a lot of... The nice thing about the city is that there's just so much to do. Like the nightlife, you know? Eustace is the biggest criminal. Yeah, dude, arrest Eustace. Make him walk the plank. Make that boy walk the plank. Make him walk the plank. Hashtag Eustace did everything wrong. That's how I feel about that. Never trust a man who keeps taking his pants off, chat. That's a bit of wisdom from old Deader to you. Okay? A little bit of wisdom for you there. Never trust a man who keeps smelling girls' feet. I don't smell them, I taste them. It's a difference. There's a big difference there. Alright, we're gonna place a tinfoil hat on each of my medical beds. That way everybody knows what kind of doctor I am. Guys, look, clearly Eustace did nothing wrong. Okay? Leave that kind old man alone. Leave that kind old man alone. What happens when I read this? Oh, nothing. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. The Louisville Airport International. First floor. Wow, we need to go here. We need to go there and loot it. The accusations are against me. The burden of proof belongs to Pinky. Pinky? The burden of proof belongs to you. She's, what? Don't use complicated words like that, guys. You're gonna upset Pinky. The burden of proof. What do you think this is? I found out recently, actually, that this country doesn't have jury trials. I'm so used to the concept of a jury trial that I was like, oh, really? Nope, you just go before a judge. You hope he's not dishonest, I guess. Alright, here. This is all food. Gonna put even more food in here. I love the cow's milk that's not refrigerated, guys. That's great. And I found more jars for the Jenkum. Wrong, this is Sparta, bro. The Spartans are here. Kitchen knives. Herring knives. Female rat. Let's butcher it. Yo, hell yeah, dude. Can you imagine him falling? All the way down that pit? How long does it take to butcher this thing over there? I don't even have like a thing over my head telling me that there's an action in progress. Oh, but it worked. Unknown berry. I feel like I've lived through this before, guys. Wash yourself. Wash all clothing. Wash all weapons. Here we go! Let Pinky feed them to you. See, it is Pinky's fault. I knew it. It was only a matter of time before we figured it out. Just gonna wash up. Now you may be wondering, why don't I hit the fast forward button? Guys, because this is multiplayer, and you're invited to come play with me. Gotta wash my medical satchel as well. Let's not forget that. I am dead tired after a 13-hour Christmas lunch with a literal smorgasbord. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm glad you had a great Christmas, Motzi. Merry Christmas, buddy. I didn't eat a bunch of food because I'm on the Ozembies and I take like one bite of anything and I'm full. But on the bright side, I've lost a bunch of weight. So there's that. Enjoy your relaxation. I'm here to entertain. You don't have to play. I'm just giving you guys the option because it is Christmas and we can play together if you're interested. Imagine Pinky feeding suspicious food to Charlie Chaplin in the prison. Charlie's one of my favorite... Leader Charlie, one of my favorite characters that I've ever played. One of my absolutely favorite characters that I've ever played. There's just something about him. How do I even put poop and pee in a jar in PZ? That's a great question. Come experiment and find out. Come experiment. Come find out. Come figure it out. Tell everyone. Go around and ask everyone. Make sure you ask every person you encounter. Let's have the basics with us in our medical bag here. Let's do 1 bottle of alcohol, 2 bandages. We'll bring this one as well just because we're going to wash it. Oh, there's a lot of dirty bandages. We'll wash all of those. 1 beta blocker, 1 painkiller, 1 suture needle, 1 tweezer, 1 tissue, and 2 thread. So we now have a full complement of medical supplies. Frosty's silent rage in that run was palpable. His silent rage? I don't remember his silent rage. Because he wasn't silent for me, but I believe you. Yeah, I don't remember him being very quiet. I think we had voice, though, and you guys didn't. Or you guys had voice where you could hear each other, but Frosty and I had everybody muted but me and him. Probably the smartest way to do a collab if you're going to play with others, I think. Just because if there's too many voices, it confuses everybody, especially the viewers. Hungus does not approve Billy Mobby Brown for Mungus. Well, the good news is that Hungus died. So now Hungus is no longer in your way. Now you can come among us as much as you want. Without fear of reprisals. Yeah, there's a new mod/lead mod roles, Bonds. Thank you for sharing that with us on the Discord. I just saw that. Is there any pre-cooked food? Is there any meals ready to eat? There's a can of evaporated milk. He needs some milk. Alright. Well, we're going to do our first cooking here, guys. Do we actually get it. Yes, we did. Let's fill the pot. You're on your own, Mungus. Yeah, that's true. I am. I really am. I'm a real boy now. Fill the empty pot. Can I not do that? There we go. 1.5 liters of water in this empty pot. Create soup. Create stew. Cooking pot. How come I can't, does it have to be cooked before I put it in there? Huh. Okay. Let's see here. We'll add chickpeas, maybe. Kidney beans. How do men prefer to be flirted with? Just a question for my character. Oh. 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 Yeah, get naked. That's usually the easiest way. If you're naked, that's a big bonus. Very few men can resist you if you're naked. I don't think you can actually put anything in here. Look. Yeah. Yeah, I think for as like a woman, showing interest in their interests is probably the #1 way, I think. And girls know that because that's like one of the little tricks they do to hook you. This is like, be like, oh yeah, I also really like Star Trek. Like, fucking, okay. So that's one of the ways. I think is showing interest in what they're interested in. That's actually a big one. Yeah, that's definitely a big one. As well as, let's see, advice for women. Advice for the ladies. Oh, we'll add some pasta to our stew. Why not? Being easy to get along with, I think. Being like, kind of like ride or die. How can a woman bring the man into their place? Yeah, I mean, a simple invite. Like, hey, would you like to come to my... But you can't... That's the trick, right, as a girl, because you don't want to come off as a hoe. So you kind of have to play that little game where you're like... You have to... Yeah, you basically... You want him to make the moves, but you have to make it easy for him to make the moves. Because that's like the best... Like, for a man, if he can tell that you're making it easy for him to make you laugh, or you're making it easy for him to make you comfortable, you know, and you have to send little signals like you play with your hair, you laugh at his jokes, you compliment him in certain ways. Hey, mister, you got some candy? I got some candy for you, mister. That's also really a good way to do it. Offer him candy. Like, come get in my van. Come get in my van, mister. If you can get him in your van with no windows, yeah, you got it. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, just pretend you're a waitress. Yeah, I mean, that's why waitresses do what they do, right? Like, and that's why, like, very feminine girls get hired as waitresses, because they know the game. What? The encumbrance of this stew is too high for the oven. Are you being for real right now? I'm just gonna eat this stew cold then. some cold bean, lentil, and pasta stew, uncooked. What's the plan now? Says Evan. Evan, the plan right now is I'm just getting my guy full of food. I'm just sorting some of his inventory because I just got back from a loot run. And then I'll go back out on another loot run. I might go further afield this time and try to see if I can find firearms somewhere. So that's my current plan. That's my current plan, buddy. My guy's a little sad. Being, you know, I think it's because I ate that cold pasta. That crunchy cold pasta. I got muscle strain in my torso just from carrying that. Oh, you know what? I should check on my wound before I leave. That's how heavy I was, boys. Let's see. Alright, my wound is cured. Beautiful, I love being a doctor. I love being a doctor. And now it's much more affordable too, because look, I'm a doctor and I had leftover points to choose cat eyes. So they've made being a doctor cheaper in B42, which I like. You got a surprise for you. I got a surprise for you. Was it meant to be musical? It's Christmas, so in IRL and in the game. Yeah, and asking guys to do stuff for you is another way that girls flirt. You know, they like give you orders, kind of, but very gently. Usually they make it a suggestion, like, "Oh, I don't know how to do this with my car. I don't know how to hang this thing up or whatever." You know, and then the guy is like, "Oh, I can do it for you, baby." That's another like little trick that girls do. Yeah, and then just otherwise giving him attention. But yeah, the big struggle for the girls is like they're trying to like not come off as a hoe, right? That's the major struggle, I think. Is like, how do I flirt without coming off as a hoe? All right, we got some daylight. Let's try to go further afield and get some firearms today. That's 3 cars right there. Nobody fixed the gate. How are we gonna open the gate? The worst part is I think Frosty died searching for me. I think he died searching for me last time we played together. How full is the back here? It's not. Very good. Are you alone? I have a very edgy character, but I'm not sure how to play her. Yeah, this is good practice. This is good practice. And I think also, don't you have like a movie character or a TV show character that's inspired it? So watching her performance, I think, you know? Because I don't know, are you trying to come off as like a normal girl who's being flirtatious, or are you trying to come off as a weirdo? You should rewatch her performance and this time, literally, like, have a piece of paper and take notes. You know? And the notes are simple. It's just like, you know, you notice this about her. You notice that about her. The way she interacts with her John or whatever. After Pluribus, we will watch it, okay? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Alright, guys. So just down here and up is Mully Draw. I don't remember March Ridge being at the backside of Rosewood. Did they move it? Yeah, sure. Yeah, you gotta be careful telling your girl no, chat. You gotta tell her some form of no. Can't straight up tell her no. Pinky's going today to go get her hair did and her eyelashes did and her nails and shit. Gonna go get a whole thing because we're going to that wedding on Sunday. I want to be able to use points for that. Yes. Clip it. Did you clip it? Did you clip it? Oh, shit. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to move some of the redeems around as well. But I don't know if I'll have time to do that this weekend. It might have to wait till the new year. I've been considering changing up my schedule a little bit. I'll still be live in the new year, I mean. 5 days a week. But I was thinking of cutting my live time in half from 7 to 8 hours to 4. The purpose of which would be so that I could spend that additional time working on the show behind the scenes. So like editing videos and making more pop-ins and redeems and stuff like that. Getting more of my clips on YouTube. Yo, what's up, Spry Guy? Welcome to the show, buddy. Thanks for the follow, meat bag. Yeah, I haven't confirmed it yet, but it is what I'm thinking I will do for the new year. You watched my videos, buddy. Thank you. I'm glad you liked what you saw. Yeah, I make a lot of Zomboid content, man. I'm happy to entertain you. Which one is your favorite? Did you see the season 2 of episode 1 of season 2 of The Dead Die Here? You're in for a real treat, man. That's going to be an excellent series for you to watch. Oh, some 5 gum. Yo, what's up, Apex? You're the most funny, hilarious man in the world. Glad to be a part of the community. Yeah, you're one of us, dude. Welcome back, Apex. Good to see you, bud. Hello? The type where you want to put her in an asylum. Hold on, I gotta grab this brick. Because that's always my wingman there. Is there gas in this? I'm just gonna leave the key for the next guy. Maybe somebody will be brave enough to mess with that. Put the bucket. Actually, let's put all of this back there except the battery. And I guess I can keep the disposable lighter too. I just hope you're okay with me working on my laptop to get it all factory reset and everything. To get ready for me to get it set up, and I'm gonna be able to see how to create my Steam account. Yeah, dude. Are you're working on that now? Getting that laptop set up? You know, we've been talking about gaming with each other for a long time now, dude. I can't wait to play some games together. I'm gonna show you the ropes in the Zomboid, bro. Everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. Oh, I don't know what I ran over. It wasn't a guy, was it? Oopsie poopsie. I'm looking for the police station. It's just hard to see in this snow. It's up this road here to my right. That's the Hit Vids place. Oh wow, there's like a blockade here. I never noticed that. Alright, now the clearing begins. Let's hope there's guns in here. We're about to have a big fight. There's a cop. There's a raccoon running in the middle of the fight. Goodbye, raccoon. We'll miss you. I got a holster finally. We'll loot him when we're done. Oh, that's way more than I thought was right here. What are all you boys doing in the yard? My milkshake. Alright, let's see if we can't lead them away. That's an exceptional amount of undead. One has a shotty. Let's lead them into the hit vids and then we'll go back around. We don't want to get too far ahead of them because they'll stagger their movements. Yeah, now that they're almost over here, this is where we bolt. Let's put the weapon away for now. Oh, there's at least one inside. I still think you don't get XP for sneaking. None. Are you stuck, Mr. Raccoon? He's stuck. That's okay. We're gonna try and fight over here in the yard so we don't attract those guys back here that we already staggered away. Oh! Sneaky, sneaky. Gotta be careful here. Bring these boys back to this side of the yard. A new friend. Yeah, maybe we can recruit him. A raccoon. Oh shit, that's too many like at once. If only we had an alarm that we could trigger some of that. To get these boys plumb out of here. We'll kill stragglers like this guy. Nice. We're out of breath. Let's see if this is our death. This could be our death. This could be our death. Nope. Who is that? Who is that? That's our ticket here, guys. That's our ticket. The ambulance. The ambulance is our ticket to getting all this loot. Okay? Let's get as many as we can pulled down here. Wow. Big boy right there. Big group of them. This was almost our death in here. But in the interest of not learning our lesson, risky. Woo! We did it, boys! Ish. But we gotta lose sight of them now. If they don't lose sight of me, they'll keep chasing me despite the alarm. Into this little patch of woods we go. By the skin of my balls. That was tricky dicky. That was a perfect spot for that thing too. Schnapps. Dude, schnapps are so yummy. Schnapps, schnapps, schnapps. Down into my belly. Schnapps, schnapps, schnapps. How many more are in the police station, you wonder? How many more are like stuck in there trying to find their way out? We've got anxiety because there's people banging on windows and doors close to us. Just so you know. What's up, Tootie? I haven't seen a shave closer than that since I visited the Turkish barber. Yeah, that was a tricky one, right? That was a tricky one. But I was committed to the bidded. And I did it. Alright, I think we've got enough of them out of there that we can make our way into the Policia station here. Merry Christmas. That's an awful lot of bad boys over there. An awful lot of bad boys. There were two close calls. First, me getting in my own car, and then me getting into that ambulance. Now, ideally, I'd be able to park in here. Because then we could loot in relative safety. But, of course, it's, the Jinx is occupied. It's already noon. It took us all morning to get these undead away from here. This guy's got a blue mohawk. Oh, he's a survivor zombie. He would actually have good loot on him, I think. Let's see if he finds his way into here or if he gets distracted. Badge. Barton Heedley. We're looking for any of these guys that have like a key. Hello, coppers. Yo, Gumby with the 11 months. Grumbling, grumbling, grumbling. Oh, my dear sweet Gromblin, welcome back. That's a lot of months, Gromblin. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gromblin. Hello, welcome. How's your Christy mess? Ours was good. We posted some photos in the media channel on the Discord for your perusing. You having a good one? You still back home in the land of the Waffle House, home of the free? Or did you finally make your way? Yeah, we had a great time. No regrets. No regrets. I leave in the morning. Okay. Man, you know they're gonna miss you. All right. We are in the PD. Empty, empty, empty. Yo, Spry Guy! Spry Guy, thanks for the sub. Welcome to our show. This little gift is for you, buddy. Wow. Yo, thank you so much, Gumby and Spry Guy, for the subs and resubs. Thanks for keeping my dream alive. Much love to you. I appreciate you. I just saw a rat running through here and I thought it was something else. Is that the evidence room? Look, thankfully the undead beat every door open for me. How nice. If this place is already fully looted, then it had to be KZ and then it came through here. Had to be. How brave are we, chat? That we venture into the dungeon here. This is like the morgue, I guess. There's so many open doors, I think there's, and no loot. Is the loot just, am I just unlucky? Like, there's no loot. There's nothing. That's crazy. Maybe because it's a high value place and we didn't loot it fast enough? That's my guess. What is this on the ground here? Rat dropping. I'm not leaving empty-handed. Whoa, FBI incident bulletproof limb armor. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. What is this, the records room? Everything's empty. This place is a travesty. We've come so far for no loot. Okay, a shoddy shell, a double barrel. That's got to be the evidence room, huh? There's at least some stuff on the shoulder holster. Hell yeah. Does that replace? No, it adds to my side holster. I had a really nice shoulder holster back in the States. Under the arm holster for my concealed carry. Man, I loved that. I had it custom made too. In Ukraine. This was before, well, this was after Crimea, but before the new thing. Actually, let's leave the double barrel. Let's put you in here. And we'll keep the JS. While we loot in the dark. This is not terrifying at all, don't worry. Double barrel shoddy. ID card Jack Squires. ID card Joanne Sabro. Okay. Well, there was way less loot here than I was hoping for, guys. I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed in the loot at this location. At least so far. Maybe there's a treat waiting for us upstairs. Leveled up our running. I had a Dungeons and Dragons character once. He wasn't named Running, but it was his nickname because I took the feat, run, and it was like a constant meme that when a combat would start, I would run away. Oh! Batman. Yeah, you're first. I like the walkie on your hip, buddy. That's always nice to walk into. Yeah, what the heck? He's got 2 revolvers. Put 1 in our holster. 1 in the shoulder holster. Are both loaded? Yeah. Is this unloaded? Spent rounds. It's 38 special rounds. I also had a 38 special back in the States. I had a 38 special and a Walther PPK. The under shoulder holster that I had was for the PPK. The 38 special, you just put that in your pocket. Nobody's gonna notice. Ain't nobody gonna notice that. I miss that firearm. I miss both. There's really no... You can own firearms here. I have to look more into it. Because I probably should get another one. Frankly. It's always nice to have, you know? Can I not place this in the trunk? Okay. Oh, I don't want to put it in the driver's seat. Here, Brick, will you guard my shotgun? Thank you, buddy. Yeah, we definitely don't want these undead in here while we're looting. How many's left? Just officer friendly, huh? EM9. Let's get the crowbar on our primary. Let's also attach it to our back, though. Good old Valentino. You bullied Squiddy? I feel like it doesn't take much. You just be like, Squiddy, come game with us. Did it... Hello? Did the stream go down? Hello, stream. Stream, are you there? Hello, stream? Stream, don't leave me now. Stream, don't leave me now, stream. Hello. Hey guys, I don't know what the hell that was. I just got done dispatching Officer Friendly and then... The heck was that? I think my whole internet dropped or something. But for the YouTube people, I don't think it did. I don't know. I don't know these websites. They baffle me. I just come up here and I do my best, you know? And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, refresh the page. Oh my god, all this shit on my screen. Yeah, I literally was just looting this little room and lost my connectivity. Everything broke. Oh, really? So even the internet for you, Pinky? Did your internet go down? This is the interview room. My Adobe crashed. Wow, everything broke. Wow. Bunch of planks back here. That's good to know. Draw. Some computer equipment. Let's see if we can't refill our empty canteen. Anything over here? Nope. I still hear the alarm. I'm convinced there's nothing in there or all the loot is in there. Welcome back, Solo Caldaka. Good to have you here and amongst us, buddy. This is the Chief's room, huh? What's up, Solo? Merry Christmas, Solo Caldaka. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, my boy Solo. Hope you're doing all right, friend. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, dude. I hope you ate lots of good food or got lots of good presents or at the very least gave lots of good presents. Don't worry about the alarm, guys. This place is dog shit central, boys. I tell you what. This building, man. Sirens are nothing to be concerned about. Don't concern yourself with the siren. It's doing its job. Better than these cops ever did. I woke up and had a bowl of Raisin Bran. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I didn't eat too much either, just because of my Ozembies that I'm on, but I get you. We didn't get shit, guys. Yo, Kit! Hello, Kit! Welcome back to the show, Kit. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Kiddo Kit, welcome back to the show. Welcome, Kit, back to the show. Where are we gonna get some ammo? Why you know on Twitch? I am on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch and I'm live on YouTube. But I'm not live on TikTok. I think I'm giving up on TikTok. I think I've had enough of the abuse. I think I've had enough of the abuse. I'm on Twitch. I think you guys can still see me. I went down for a minute, but I'm still there. It doesn't show you as live on Twitch. Really, it shows me as live on my dashboard. Crazy. Jefferson Forest, West Point. Alright, so there were no guns there. Yeah, I'm sorry, for some reason my redeems aren't working. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Integration. Partially connected. I'm not sure why my redeems still aren't working, guys. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm having some weird issues today with the internet and all kinds of stuff. It should be working. I genuinely don't know why it's not, and I'm gonna have to test it. Alright, well, that means we're going to Rosewood next. But not right now. Ouch. Let's see how big this... Ouch. Let's see how big this horde got. Yes, Josh, you can play with me. You're welcome to play with me, buddy. The details are on Discord. You can use the B42 MP command to learn more. Yes, come play. Come play, come play. Come play with me on Christmas Day. It's also Christmas in play. In play. The King's speech was live this afternoon, apparently, while I watched episode 1 of season 2 of DDH. How do we feel about the King, Tootie? Are we king and country, or how are we feeling about the King? How do we feel about the monarchy, huh? I mean, I genuinely don't have an opinion because I'm not from there. Idiom, would you like to test the super mod thing? Oh yeah, that's like where I can make one of you guys like the supreme being mod, yeah. I don't fully understand the benefits of it yet. I'll have to look into it more.